It's me! I was hiding in the floor all along! Welcome to Sean's Oasis, it's a spa online where you'll get a massage for your mind. I am but your humble host, Sean, and lately, half of my hat has been cut off. I was reviewing the show from last week, and my hat, this part of the hat is just gone all the time. Also, if I don't make sure that my face is in sight, the camera will light me improperly. Oh, I gotta figure this out. I was playing backgammon with my mom. I hop on the phone with my mom. I got my mom set up with Discord. I got gamer mom. I video chat with my mom while we play backgammon. As much of a gamer, if not more, than most of us. And I got my mom set up with Discord. I hop on the Discord call, and right off the bat, she says, "You're dark again. You're dark again." And I'm like, "Mom, the amount of color correction I've got to do to make this thing look right, because you can't see it. I'm breaking kayfabe. I'm breaking the reality of Sean's Oasis. But in Sean's apartment, there's a huge bright light right there. So the camera doesn't know what to do in terms of white balance. But if I show it my face, it seems to... What makes it... I just gotta cover it. Anyways, welcome to Sean's Oasis. I'm so happy you've decided to join me here today. And what awaits us today? I'm so glad you asked. A few simple things. One, this. I'm gonna talk at you for upwards of 30 minutes. Two, Yoshi's Island. The place so nice we had to go to it not once, not twice, not thrice, not 4 times, not 5 times. This is gonna be our 6th time playing Yoshi's Island on stream. Part of the reason I'm playing Yoshi's Island on the stream is because I am sick of playing Yoshi's Island on the stream, but I also love it. The only way out is through, right? Are we all on the same page about this, that the only way out is through? I don't know if that's true. Sometimes you can just choose to go a different way. But when it comes to Yoshi's Island, I just want to make sure I put some real time into that thing and try to wrap it up. Because I feel like I've made a playlist on the Sean's Oasis YouTube page, which I wish I had an easy way to tell you to follow that right now. But follow Sean's Oasis on YouTube. I have like a Let's Play playlist, and so it's like, or what do they call it? Let's Play. That classic type of video of gaming YouTube from 15 years ago. I'm pursuing it my own way through Yoshi's Island, the classic. But I'm getting sick of it. I'm sick of it. That's a cool energy to be bringing to playing Yoshi's Island, right? I'm sick of it. I'm sick in my stomach. I don't care that Donald Glover is Yoshi. I don't care that they got Baby Mario in the Super Mario. Actually, I mean, no, I don't. Do you want me to get real? I don't. I'm gonna say it. I don't care that there's a Super Mario Galaxy movie. No, I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna see it. They got Benny Safdie playing Baby Bowser. Okay. They got Luis Guzman playing Wart. Oh, do we all know about this? Did this hit everyone else's feeds as I don't really have feeds, but did anybody else get struck by this notion? Luis Guzman voicing Wart? Benny Safdie Baby Bowser, Luis Guzman Wart? That's one for the parents, I suppose. I don't know. Maybe it's just like Luis Guzman's a fun voice for this character. Maybe it's just like a casting choice. What am I talking about? Yoshi's Island. I just want to finish the game. I'm not going to finish it tonight. It's got me even thinking maybe I should stream on like another day of the week where I don't do all of this. And it's just like, hey, here I am. I'm playing the video game. I want to finish the video game. That's what this is, right? You go on twitch.tv. It's half people in hot tubs, which I thought they banned. It's half people in hot tubs, and it's like kind of uncomfortable. Or it's people just playing Tarkov. Or it's people playing Mario. That's it. Bathtub Tarkov Mario website. We made it. They may have taken the internet away from us, but we got Mario Tarkov and Bathtub website, and also Sean's Oasis. Hi, Twitch.tv. Thanks for letting me host here. I feel like I'm bringing a pretty chaotic energy here, a pretty caustic, abrasive energy. So let's bring it down a little bit with some cleansing breaths. When the flower opens, in through the nose. When the flower closes, out through the mouth. If you're just listening to the show, I'm gonna say in, you're gonna breathe in through the nose, okay? Let's all try to be a little bit mindful for just a moment before we descend deeper and deeper still into the maw of the World Wide Web. No, wait, do I need to even talk about how much of a mess casting Luis Guzman as Wart is? Do I really need to go there? Do I really need to talk about who I would have cast as Wart? Do I really need to go there? No, flower's gonna close in through the nose, out through the mouth, all right? 1. Out. 2. Out. The New York Shock Zone got me again. 3. Out. 4. Out. 5. In like a mouse, out like a lion. Here comes New York Shock Zone. I got one word for you, New York Shock Zone. It's called Lamaze. Right? Breathing is important. That's a little bit of inside baseball between New York Shock Zone and myself. New York Shock Zone recently entered my chat and pretended to be a stranger, and then mere hours later revealed themselves to me in the realm of flesh. They said, "I'm New York Shock Zone," and everybody flipped out. But that has no bearing, neither here nor there on YouTube.com. All I gotta say is Lamaze. Breathing, it's important. So now we've breathed and we've calmed down, it's time to move on to the rest of the show. So I like to talk about, first of all, one thing. It's called plants. New York Shock Zone in the chat who said this damn flower again. I don't know if I read that message. New York Shock Zone out like a lamb, in like a lion into my chat, dude, complaining about a flower. Lo and behold, plant life is all we have. The World Wide Web, it's a realm of no food, no plants, no dirt. There ain't no dirt on the web unless you're talking about Perez Hilton. Am I right, folks? I was with some friends the other day and they were talking about how they got hired at Warner Brothers, and then after they got hired at Warner Brothers, in the fine print, it said that they had to work for TMZ. They got tricked into working for... New York Shock Zone has announced to me, I'm not pregnant, Sean. Some of us are, though. There are people in the world who do Lamaze and and the breathing helps. And maybe all of us could learn a thing or two from our pregnant friends about the importance of breathing. So out like a lamb, in like a lion, here comes New York Shock Zone complaining about flowers, but lo and behold, plants are all we have. Oxygen, the air that we breathe. The lotus flower gives us mindfulness, but the oxygen of plants gives us what we breathe. So this, what we're looking at over here on the right side of my head here, stage left, is a bunch of, so it was my birthday. I talked about my birthday on stream recently, like a month ago, because it was my birthday a month ago. And in the hustle and bustle of preparing for my birthday, I was watering my plants, but I was also rushing. So I accidentally ripped off like 7 growths from my basket plant. But lo and behold, this is part of the magic of the basket plant. You just shove that thing in some water and it will live. It will live. So what we're looking at right now is an aerial view of all the different basket plants that I gotta freaking figure out. New York Shock Zone says that blue flower isn't even real. To which I say, what is real, man? When you come on down to Sean's Oasis, you gotta ask yourself, what is real? What if there was a flower? The behavior of the flower, it doesn't happen in the real world either, though. You know, you don't see a flower opening and closing. So maybe New York Shock Zone is asking me, if the flower isn't real, how can it tell me how to breathe? New York Shock Zone has got me my back up against the damn wall. New York Shock Zone really knows how to push my buttons. I've only successfully pushed their buttons like 3 times, and sometimes I do it without meaning to do it. The flower tells me how to breathe by the virtue of time. The petals fall off, and the passage of time has. You wanna mess with me? You wanna mess with Sean at Sean's Oasis? Let me show you something. Yeah, the blue flower ain't real, but you know what is real? Look at this rose. Look at this Valentine's Day rose. What can we observe from this Valentine's Day rose? Huh? What can we observe? Any guesses? Any thoughts, concerns, questions? I'll tell you what it is. It's the passage of time. You freak. You absolute loon. You absolute loon. Wrong. You absolute loon. Wrong. You absolute loon. Wrong. You absolute loon. There we go. This flower tells you about whether it's real or not. A flower can tell you about the passage of time. You absolute loon. The point is that I do got real plants, and I've had them living in water for a while now, but like a month. Howdy, partner to the rose, says New York Shock Zone. I'll pass along your condolences. Your howdy. A howdy isn't a condolence. Howdy, partner to the rose. Hell yeah. The robot just told me that another robot was trying to talk to me, and I said, no, don't let that robot talk to me. But here's the point. These plants. I got these damn plants, and they've been sitting in water, growing out their tendrils for weeks at this point. One of them, it took like days. This one on the lower right is so big that it took days for even a little bit of roots to come out, but now there's crazy roots. And these things, the roots, when you see the way that the roots grow in water, they look like underwater plants. It's so amazing. There's a big part of me that wants to just leave my plants in water so I can observe the roots, which, like, maybe that's valid. Maybe that's valid. But no, really what I want to do with all these boys is I want to repot them. And if you want to repot them, there's a word hidden in the word repot, and that word is pot. And so I had to go down to the plant store and pick up. You notice the pattern on the ball that's bouncing here? Look, you tell me this ball ain't real? New York Shock Zone's gonna try to tell me the ball ain't real? Well, I'll tell you what is real. This pot I got that looks like the ball. Isn't that magic? What if I can catch the what if I can catch the ball in the cup? No, I got a bunch of different pots. You want to see all my pots? I got this pot. And I'll tell you why I got such decorative pots. Aren't these nice decorative pots? I'll tell you why I got such nice you saw my shorts. You weren't supposed to see my shorts Point is that you get a pot like this, which is of a nice, what do they call this material? I forget what they call this. What do they call this? The classic orange of plant potting. Terracotta? Is this terracotta? Is this terracotta? Anyway, point is, stop looking at my shorts. The terracotta pots were $10. Those nice decorative pots were like $12. I was like, if I'm spending this motherfucker's got pots, says New York Shock Zone. Yeah, because I got one problem, too many plants, and I got one solution, too many pots. I spent $80 at the plant store buying pots the other day. New York Shock Zone tells me they're nice pots. Thanks, New York Shock Zone. First they're sour, then they're sweet. The material is indeed terracotta. Thank you, New York Shock Zone. Thank you. So I was at the plant store the other day, and I'm getting $80 worth of pots. I'm saying to the guy, hey, can I bring over some of these pots? I got more pots to get. And he's like, oh, yeah, sure. And then he starts saying to me, oh, don't you want like a plate, like a plate to hold the pot? And I was like, yeah, they're over there. I gotta go get me. Ho, ho, ho. We start developing a rapport, me and Daniel. Shouts out to Daniel. Me and Daniel start developing a rapport because I'm getting so many damn pots. And then as I'm checking out, I'm like, wait a minute, that's way too cheap. Something's not right here. I forgot a pot. So I go over there, I get my last pot, and Daniel starts trying to help me out. He's like, you want a box for all of this? Are you gonna, how far are you? Here's what Daniel says to me. He says, how far are you walking? I say, a few blocks. He says, you want a box? And I say, you got a box? And he says, yeah, I got a box. So Daniel starts packing my stuff in a box. And then he starts making even more chit chat. He says, oh, you got a big order coming in? I go, no, not a big order. I showed Daniel this very photo. And without missing a beat, Daniel goes, oh, goes from behind the desk, walks over. New York Shock Zone says Daniel Potts. That's right. We know, you know him, you love him. The iconic plant man of Ridgewood, New York, Daniel Potts. So Daniel goes from behind the counter and passes by me, and I'm like, what are you doing? I say, Daniel, what are you doing? No, by this point, I hadn't asked for his name. We only exchanged names at the end of this beautiful interaction. I say, Daniel, what the fuck are you doing? Get back here! Daniel, get back! Daniel starts running. Daniel flees the scene. He runs yelling out the front door of his plant store, yelling about how many pots I'm buying. He goes, there's too many pots, there's too many pots. He's running down the street. I run out the store. I'm following Daniel going, Daniel, come back. Daniel's going, no, the store is yours. The store is yours. And that's how I became the proprietor of a plant store in Ridgewood, New York. No, so he goes by, he passes me by from behind the counter. And I say, what are you doing? I don't think I said like, what the fuck are you doing? Or even, what are you doing? I just sort of looked at him. And then he came over and I said, what did you get? So I said something very direct. Just like, what you got there? What'd you get? And he said, it's a gift. Tools. Because I was buying so many pots and because I showed to Daniel my plant lover's photograph of, here's me taking care of my plants. I gotta repot these puppies. Daniel gave me a gift. Daniel gave me some little... I said, Daniel, what the hell are you doing? He said, gift. Tools. So this one, thank you to Daniel. Point is, that's that. What else is going on? I also want to make some time before we get into the story time section of the show. I want to make some time to call out the Adam Neely video called Suno AI Music and the Bad Future. Now, this photo that we're looking at here, what we see is a squeamish Silicon Valley type who might actually be a chill guy. You take a look at this guy and you're like, maybe this guy's chill, but maybe he also like doesn't really know what's going on. And that's like the vibe I got from this guy. This is the CEO of Suno, whose name is like, I forgot what this guy's name is, like Andrew Schulman. or something like that. Suno CEO. Suno CEO. Mikey Schulman. This is Mikey Schulman. And my friend, a private friend of mine, yo, shout out to Danny Potts, new member of the Shawnee Squad, says New York Shock Zone. New York Shock Zone, you might be interested in this damn video. I have to assume you, like me, have no, like, interest in Suno. Whatever, we're getting ahead of ourselves. I would have a conversation with you offline. Let's offline this. Because right now I want to talk about the fact that a friend of mine, an offline friend of mine, was telling me all about this damn Adam Neely video. So I started watching it. And within the first few minutes, we get this screen grab. This is the first and only screen grab I took of the motion picture. Because it's an hour and a half long dive into Suno. And Adam did a wonderful job. I want to say that up front. I liked the video. He like interviewed a professor in values. He pulled on a conference that Tressie McMillan Cottom spoke at. As soon as Tressie shows up, I'm like, enough said. As soon as Tressie shows up, and I'm not even joking when I say that. I've been a big fan of Tressie McMillan Cottom for a long time. Good perspective to have out there, and just all the reference materials Adam was pulling on, I was like, yes. I don't agree with the conclusions he drew at the end of the feature film, but that we'll get to that. Point is, we see Mikey Schulman trying to explain to people that he wants to make music like playing video games, which it feels deranged. Just like a deranged. I don't even know where to begin with like how deranged that is. Daniel Potts would puke in a begonia if he saw this screenshot of Mikey Schulman wearing. Mikey Schulman is saying, to me, it seems just crazy that music should not be as engaging as Fortnite. Now, on the one hand, New York Shock Zone says to chat, hello, I'm Professor of Values. This week's homework is don't do fucked up shit. Too damn true. But with these kids these days who are on Fortnite all the time and they're so engaged with Fortnite, maybe it's hard for them to not know what a fucked up shit is, because going on Fortnite, we're not here to litigate Fortnite. The point is that Mikey, on the one hand, I hear what Mikey's saying, right? He's talking about like people paying attention to things. So that money and experiences, he keeps talking about music as like a shared experience, and like, I don't know, I don't actually want to talk about Mikey Schulman. I kind of, this is the type of picture in the past I would have just tweeted with no context, but then people would either think it was funny or be confused by it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you either understand why the sentiment, to me, it just seems crazy that music should not be as engaging as Fortnite. Either you know what that means or you don't. If you know what that means, New York Shock Zone says Suno guy should just play Guitar Hero if he wants to engage with music like a game. Yeah, man, you're getting it. You're getting it, man. Dance Dance Revolution, dude. We should go to freaking not like we're gonna have time to due to Lamaze related. No, the moment that the streamer starts having a conversation with a single chat member, that's when streams die. I'll tell you, the big britches that some of these people get on the big streams because they're friends with the streamer. Oh, but that's a me bad. But Dance Dance Revolution is sick. And so is what's the game that kids play with hands at Chinatown Family Fair? There's this hand game that kids play that is it's so fascinating. I love it. Yeah, but in this video, anywho, I've been losing my mind in private talking about this video with a friend, because the conclusion of the video is that like Adam is trying to talk about how recorded music and live music are different mediums, which I basically agree with, but he's also like talking about how like playing saxophone behind a bar is like as good as it gets. Like, it's all these videos of like concerts that I would hate to be at, and I like jazz. But I don't like listening to, I don't want to run my mouth too much. It's Berkeley grad shit. I said a thing to my friend that was just like, look, if the two choices that we have are Suno and Berkeley grads, then like, yeah, everything feels like a nightmare because those two choices are no choices at all. And what I really want to elevate here, it's less about putting down Adam Neely, because I like his video, and Adam's a mechanically gifted bass player and plays in jazz bands and things like this, and the whole world of jazz musicianship and funk musicianship, and people who went to a $50,000 a year institution to learn how to play funk. It's a certain type of person. That's all I'll say about that. It's a certain demographic that did that in Berkeley. Point is, I'm losing it. If Adam Neely hears about this, I'll never play jazz in this town again. Look, if our only options are Suno and Berkeley grads, I don't feel like that's a wide enough possibility space. I love the notion of performed music as a separate medium from recorded music. Indeed, it's how I've thought about making music for the past, I don't know, 15 years. It's part of the reason that I play freaking piano music on twitch.com, because I think the vital thing with separating different styles, not different styles of music, but the vital thing for me is like improvising music and playing music and like letting people into the experience of played music. I don't think it needs to happen in a New York City jazz club or a bar or wherever. I think the World Wide Web can be a valid place for people to meet. And like I said to my friend, this is a little bit of intimacy. I've felt deeply alienated at live musical performances and deeply connected in live digital experiences, you know? I'm freaking on twitch.com yelling at New York Shock Zone, you know? New York Shock Zone says, Adam makes interesting videos, but you couldn't pay me to listen to that music. Hey man, you said it. Very thoughtful videos, but the music is not for me. And when the music is not for me, and this person's trying to tell me about the reality of music, he says something about how like we all tried to play music under lockdown during COVID, and like as soon as like COVID was over, we were fucking done with that. And all the reference material he shows is like metalheads alone in their apartment jamming over Twitch. And it's like, yeah, dog, that does suck ass. But I don't think it's because of the internet that sucks ass, my dude. I don't think it's the Twitch that's the problem there, my dude. Maybe it's a global pandemic that's the problem. No, I'm being a little harsh. I don't want to make fun of people playing guitar music on Twitch. I'm not really interested in that. At the same time, when I see like people doing DJ sets on Twitch, it also feels crazy. So I feel like it's a nut that still remains uncracked, except by beautiful people like Vectroid and Knowledge. I was with a friend at a concert recently in Ridgewood, New York, and you wouldn't believe who showed up. New York Shock Zone, you could guess who showed up if it was a cultural event in Ridgewood, New York. It's a person that you've had good interactions with. The point is that I was talking with a friend at a concert, a musician friend, a beautiful man by the name of Arthur. Love Arthur. And Arthur asked, you still streaming? And I was like, yeah, man, every Tuesday, 8:30, blah, blah, blah. And I started asking Arthur, can you recommend some musical people on Twitch? And Arthur starts describing Vectroid, and I'm like, yeah, dude, Vectroid. And he starts describing Knowledge, and I'm like, yeah, dude, Knowledge. And then it was just like, man, we're just on the same page. And he was just like, haha, yeah, man. And it's like, that. On the one hand, that's nice. On the other hand, I don't want to be a freaking hater, but that same night I saw like one of the most alienating musical performances I've ever seen in my life. Like, just nuts stuff. Wild and woolly stuff happening in the live music performance space. But you come on down to Sean's Oasis. you might find something nice. I'm running fully out of time to do the story time. And we got a doozy today because something happened to me. Something happened to me this past week. I happened upon something. Can you guess what it is? You think you'd be able to guess what I happened upon this week? I'll tell you, it was a water hole in the ground. It was a hole in the ground that just had water coming out of it. Who knows where the water's coming from, where it's going? Who put the hole there? Who put the water there? Who freaking knows? But I took a look at it and I said, what is going on here? I was in a hurry. I was in a rush. New York City, we're walking here. I was in a rush, but there was something about this water hole that spoke to me. And we're talking about live community and watering hole. This ain't that kind of watering hole, I'll tell you that much. Out like a lamb, in like a lion. Yeah, to the watering hole. It's not that kind of watering hole. This was a mysterious hole where water was just bubbling out of. And it wasn't accumulating too much, but I think it was coming up non-stop. And I walked over to that water hole and I sort of took a closer look. I craned my neck. I took a little bit of a closer look at this water hole. I need some Coke. I got Diet Coke this time because I ran out of Diet Dr. Pepper. They don't got Dr. Pepper, Diet Dr. Pepper at the bodega. I craned my neck to get a closer look at this water hole. And before I know it, shoop, I get sucked into the hole. I'm in the water hole and I don't know what's going on. All I can hear is the sound of rushing water all around me, and I'm going deeper and deeper, and different layers are passing by, and I'm circling a big hole, and I look up and it's like I can see it's like a transparent version of the sidewalk above my head, and I don't know what's going on, and I'm going in the hole. And I'm zooming down the hole, and I don't know what's going on. I'm like, I'm late to my appointment. I can't be dealing with all this water. I'm late to my damn appointment. I'm late to my damn appointment. What the hell am I gonna do? What the hell am I gonna do? But then at a certain point, a certain amount of peace comes over me as I layer after layer, circling through more and more water. And I just sort of start to vibe with it. I'm like, all right, take me down to layer 4. Take me down to layer 5 then, if you must. And I'm just going, circling the hole. And I'm thinking, man, I never should have craned my neck into that water hole that I saw on the sidewalk when I was in a hurry to get to an appointment. But now that I'm here, hey, it's not so bad. They got good tunes. They had this music playing the whole time. And I'm here, I'm just surrounded by water. I'm just sort of going with it. I'm just sort of riding. I start going faster and faster and faster. It gets darker and darker. And I start to, and the water gets louder and louder. And I'm like, okay, something's got to give. We're about to something's about to happen. And I'm getting submerged, but I can breathe. We don't have to worry about me drowning. That's not part of this story. But there's just water everywhere. Oh, deeper and deeper. Level 12, level 13. I just keep circling the drain. I'm going deeper and deeper and deeper. When all of a sudden, lo and behold, ploosh, I splash out of some water. And I find myself in the damn jungle. I'm in a river, sure, water. But I also see around me trees. I hear the sound of beautiful birds. And I'm like, where the hell am I? I'm never gonna get to my appointment. I'm never gonna freaking make it to my appointment. Fuck. So I sort of swish my way over to the beach. What do they call the side of a river? The riverbed. I sloosh my way over to the riverbed. Guess I've got myself into another predicament. Welcome to Sean's Oasis. The good thing is that the Sean's Oasis was inside all of us all along. You gotta bring that with you. You gotta bring that lotus flower with you, real or not. You gotta bring that lotus flower with you. But so I slosh my way over to the, to the riverbed, and dry myself off best I can. I'm soaked. I'm so wet. I was in such a hurry, and now I'm in a damn jungle. What's next? Well, better get a move on, is what I say to myself, as if, trying to hold on to some semblance of sanity, because this situation is chaotic and messed up and surreal. I didn't expect to be going on this sort of vision quest when I saw a hole of water on the ground and I went into it. I didn't expect all that. I'm in the jungle, I'm walking around, sponge stomp, walking in the jungle. I'm like, why am I here? Am I all alone? What am I even doing here in this jungle? I'm never gonna make it to my appointment. People are waiting for me. I had people waiting for me. But I had to be curious about a water spout in the ground. I take a breath, take a beat. I look over, and who should it be but this fella? This silverback laying back in the plants is just looking at me like, buddy, you don't know the half of it. And I'm like, should I be afraid of being mauled by this powerful primate? Will I be taken for some sort of threat to the dominance of this? I start flexing my muscles, and the gorilla doesn't really move. They're just looking at me like, what are you doing? What do you think you're doing? And they're sitting there all silent and just staring at me, and I'm staring at them. And I take a step towards them. They just sort of scratch their head and scratch their butt. They're scratching. And so I take a step further, and they sort of like lift their head, but then put the chin back down. They go right back into that position that you can see on screen right now if you're watching the stream. They're just freaking chilling, dude. New York Shock Zone is just sending a message in all capitals to the chat. That gorilla is so chill, dude. It's nuts. That's what I thought. I went from like being on this like horrible. I was so late to my appointment, and then I was curious about a water hole, and it teleported me to a jungle. And I was starting to get a little stressed out, but then I encountered this gorilla. And they were just looking at me. I was just looking at them. It was like, this is freaking chill. Who needs an appointment when you can just freaking chill, dude? So I take another step towards the gorilla, and they start to just like go. They're just making like little non-committal noises. And I sort of go, is this seat taken? And I sort of just motion to sit next to the gorilla, and they go. They just sort of grunt at me non-committally. They start doing some weird erratic movement with their neck, but not in a threatening way, just in like one of those animal ways, like when an animal just starts like going like because they're itchy or something, and I'm like, you itchy? And I reach for them, and when I reach for them, they're like, whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing with your unhairy hands? Well, not totally unhairy. And I showed the gorilla my forearms like this, and the gorilla's like, okay, all right, dude. The gorilla like gives me like one of these like, all right, dude. Okay, hell yeah, dude, I can fuck with this. The gorilla's exuding an I couldn't fuck with this style energy, and because of how hairy my forearms are. And I reach for them and I scratch them right where they were erratically going to, and they just start going. They do that thing where the gorilla's lips like go like go up real big. They're like, it's not smiling. It's not smiling. We need to stop anthropomorphizing animals. They can be beautiful, sweet creatures without us being like, it's like me, right? Soapbox, Sean's soapbox. You don't have to believe that animals like you to care about it. So I scratch the gorilla and they're freaking out. They're so happy. I sit next to them. They put their arm around me and I say, I could get used to this. And the moon rises and we just sort of chill there for the rest of both of our days, and we're still friends. And I eventually made it back to the city somehow. Who knows how? But the point is that me and the gorilla are still very close. The end. Okay, so I went a little bit over, but that's okay. The point is that it's now time for the main event. I'll tell you what the main event is. It's called Yoshi's Island, and it's the same video game I've been playing for 30 years. 30 streams, it feels like. Good grief. Give me a second. My chair's on my hat. I didn't name the gorilla. That's not respectful. I can't presume to know the gorilla's name, you know? Or like how a gorilla relates to names. Human names. But yeah, no, I've been playing Yoshi's Island for 30 years, and perhaps in 30 years I'll still be playing it. But for now, that's what we're doing here tonight. Shall we encounter Nepinut? I surely hope so. I surely hope Nepinut is on the menu. Because if they're not, I don't know what's gonna happen. But yeah, that's it for the whole like talking part of the show. Now I'm just gonna like play Yoshi's Island in silence. Thanks for freaking coming down to Sean's Oasis, but now I'm just gonna game for me, dude. Now I'm just gonna freaking game for me. Just kidding. If I wanted to game for me, I wouldn't be streaming right now. Something I didn't even talk about. I'm gonna let this intro music play while I talk about something I'm freaking stoked about. Check this freaking thing out. You see what this is? See what this freaking thing is? Bada bing, dude. I ordered this thing from China a month and a half ago. This thing is gonna change my life. Look at this freaking thing. Bada bing, dude. I'm gonna be freaking gaming. You think this is gaming? This ain't gaming. Nepinut is back, dude. I wish I could get a Nepinut sticker. If I could put Nepinut on my new like Game Boy. All right, Nepinut may make an appearance. Do you think Nepinut does Lamaze? Do you think? Oh, I am nowhere near the end of this game. I'm like not even halfway through this game. I think this game is 6 worlds. I'm gonna be playing this game until the end of days. Is that a fate? So is that such a difficult fate? Oh, okay. What are we doing? I'm just gonna be trying to game as hard as I can, you know? So last time we were playing, I did one of my favorite boss battles, which is the frog, which has like scaling and stretching effects in its belly, because you're in a frog's belly. I almost just called a hedgehog a raccoon. I just killed a raccoon, dude. What's going on here? Hold on. What's going on? What's going on here, dude? Okay. Oh, he get big. He get big. Oh, give me these. Alright. I'm gonna kill these raccoons. Regrettably. Regrettably, I must kill these raccoons. How do I get up here? This is a realm of raccoons and mice. How do I get up there? There's like so much exploration in this game. That's something I never really thought too much about. That like in these realms, you're like wandering around. All the dungeons in this game are like dungeons, dude. Like branching paths and stuff. Little puzzles and secrets. Like, why am I pushing a rock right now? What's going on? I thought this game was all about the bonking. Oh god. I got freaking bonked. you know, you take a bonk for granted and then you find yourself on the wrong end of one. Who else has been there? Right? Who else has been there? Okay, how do I chill out? I just want to freaking chill, you know? Like that gorilla. Alright. How do I'm getting coin? I'm gonna turn into this guy. Wah! Wah! Okay. I'm going. Give me the coin. Oh. Stop yelling. Thank you. Alright, we're gonna do this. Those are just regular coins, but it's still fun to pick them up. Oh my god, please. No. No! 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 Okay. I'm glad that that was not a total deal breaker. I cannot... If I drink any more Diet Coke, I'm gonna die. They should call it Diet Coke, because you die when you drink it. See, Dr. Pepper doesn't treat me this way. Diet Coke has too much going on. I freak out when I drink Diet Coke. Alright. Alright, a little bit of this. Oh, Nepa Nut. Show me Nepa Nut. We're gonna go this way. Am I about to die? No. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Easy, easy, fella. Easy, fella. Hey, fella. Take it easy. Wait, whoa, whoa. What's happening? What is this? Why am I over here? This is where I was, but I could have gone a different way if I didn't... This is a secret... What's up, Marson Pebbles? Everybody, Marson Pebbles just joined the chat. Marston says they had a Coke Zero at the movie theater and made them feel crazy. Yeah, Coca-Cola does something weird with their drinks. Yeah, I feel you. So get you on that. Man, people make typos all the time. It's part of life, dude. People do typo. I always say exactly what I mean and it still confuses people, you know? That sounded kind of sad or fucked up. But no, like I always, when I'm texting, I always say like exactly what I mean. But no, maybe that's the point, is that like even if you don't make a typo, people are gonna get hella confused. And even if you make a typo, people will still just be like, no, I got you. Maybe that's good. Maybe that's wisdom. Maybe I'm spitting facts, dude. Maybe I'm spitting straight fire. Where do I get a key though? I see a door with a lock. See, that's where I'm concerned about the fact that I'll be streaming this game until I'm dead. Because I could spend probably like an hour on just this level, like poking around and looking at everything, right? There was a part of me that wants to like, once I actually finish this game, do a final Yoshi's Island stream that's just like showing a speed run of the game. That's not a bad idea, right? But where? Oh my god. Give me my child. Get out of here. I'm eating you. I guess I don't have the keys. Marston says we gotta start calling them typographical errors again. Buddy, if you're I'm freaking there with you. If you want to lead the charge on that initiative, I'll be there from day one. I love this kind of shit. This is like sick gaming. This is like sick, like Oh my god, we can render so many coins. That's a die hole? I died in that hole? Why did I die in that hole? That's like a we can render so many coins and we're getting sick to our stomachs with the amount of candy. Oh god. That's a sick to the stomach from eating the whole king size Skittles style coin placement. But I want to go do it. It happens in Donkey Kong Country too. They got all these stages where you just like run around collecting gold for like a minute. It's just gold. And it's like winning the jackpot. It's an interesting thing I'm experiencing with the game right now, because as we're getting into like the more like involved aspects of the games, let's start over. Let's start everything over. Hi, welcome to Sean's Oasis. Suno, right? Gorilla. I got plants. But the point is that that's what you missed, Marston. You missed plants, Suno, and gorilla. I'm in a loop. I'm caught in a deadly loop. Wait, what's going on? I gotta pay attention. Marston says, oh, thank you for the recap. I say, you're welcome, Marston. No, but let's start over. The idea I was trying to get at is like, as the game's getting more involved, it's like both engaging, but also like kind of rote. Like it's got all these like more advanced challenges, but I kind of miss, it's not even I miss the wonder of the game, it's like I miss the design sensibility of the first few levels that's just sort of like presenting little situations non-stop. Like this is all presenting situations, but they're like highly game designed situations. So it's like, yeah, I gotta figure out how to get the key to open the door. If I follow the coins, it'll go this way. The first few levels is just like, look at this weird thing. Look at this weird thing. So then when I encounter just like a bizarre coin collecting room that seems to be a reflection of we can render lots of coins, I'm kind of more into this than I am all the more game designy stuff, you know, because I just want to have experiences in this game world with these images and aesthetic. Like no, when I went in that hole before, I died. Marston was watching Nirvana the band, the show, the movie, and missed the opening monologue. I'd say watch that instead of me right now. Or, well, I mean, I'm live. You can pause Nirvana. You can watch me later though too. All I'm saying is I really want to watch that Nirvana the band, the movie. I wish I saw it in theaters. I wonder if it's still in theaters. I got like multiple movies I have to see in theaters. Freaking Alpha comes out this week, dude. Are we stoked for Alpha or what? The new Julia Ducournau movie? Freaking Alpha, dude. I've been waiting for Alpha for like 6 months. For 6 months there, it was just like Alpha didn't even have American distribution announced yet. And now I'm gonna see it on Saturday. I'm freaking excited. I'm seeing a screening of Lady Snowblood on Friday, and then a screening of Alpha on Saturday. I love the movies. Is my point. Me love the movies. Do I got much to say about them? Yeah, but not here. I'd rather talk about music and video games here. Movies aren't really my world, you know? That ain't my world. Those aren't my people. Marston Pebble says they put it on digital today and then my local theater just announced they're doing a screening. You should go to the screening, dude. You should go to the screening for sure. A room full of people who are showing up for Nirvana the band, the movie? Like, that's probably a solid room, dude. Alpha? I don't know anything about Alpha other than that it's by the same director as Titon. New York Shock Zone says they saw NTBTSTM at Regal Essex on Sunday. It's definitely still playing. Good to freaking know. That might be a movie I just like sneak to. I don't know where to go on this damn level. I'm caught in a loop. I'm thinking about movies when I should be thinking about how I'm gonna get a key to get out of this damn level. They keep giving me fire. Is fire like a vital clue? Is fire vital? Oh my god. When I met that gorilla in the jungle, I tried to make a fire and they forbade me from doing it. And I said, you know what? Maybe you're right, gorilla. Maybe fire, maybe technology was the mistake. And then they started telling me about Suno. And I said, yeah, man. A sneaky link. Sneaky link. I'm gonna make a sneaky link with... I don't even know the names of the guys from Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. I'm such like a... I'm a fake fan. I'm a poser, dude. But literally every frame of those dudes I've seen, I've just been like, these guys freaking get it, dude. These guys are funny. I just know the Wii music. Ninja Gaiden 1. Ninja Gaiden 2. Ninja Gaiden 3. Something. Matt and Jay. I can't dig because my butt is touching the dirt. Juan, clip that. You know what the new strategy with clips is for Sean's Oasis? They gotta just be like 5 seconds long. You make it a minute-long video and it takes forever and the algorithm doesn't even show it to people. You make a 5-second long video of you going, "Duh!" and the algorithm shows it to 1,000 people. So Juan, please clip me going, oh, I can't dig because it's my butt. Clip that. Clip that, Juan. Okay. I would love to talk. Tell me about Matt Johnson. Marcin Pavlos, you have the floor. I'll just read your messages. I won't be able to dive very deep because I don't... Oh, I can just do this? Hold on. I'm making discoveries. Is it like over here? Is there a secret over here? I am gonna freak out. I'm gonna be on this one level for the next hour. Because from the start of the level, it was like, I gotta get over to the left somehow, and I couldn't figure it out, so I just went right. Maybe I should go back to the start and see if there's something I missed. Like, I admire the way that this is designed. I truly do. But I think this is a game that you, like... I don't think this is a game you slam on and stream. I think this is a game you, like, chill with, you know? I wish I was just chilling with this thing. But, you know, you live and you learn. That's what I've learned streaming, too, is, like, certain games are just, like, not freaking stream games, dude. And you know that up front. It's like, you're not gonna play Myst on stream, or maybe you are. I don't know. The games that are good stream games, they're not what you think. Alright, so what are we... I'm freaking lost. Marston, tell me about Matt Johnson. It's a chill stream. I'm dying. Yoshi's Island is a chill stream game? I mean, I'm chilling. The game is chill. But I think I'm speaking to the notion that, like... I feel, like, rushed to play through the game. And, like, the game deserves better than that. Because this is, like, very interestingly designed. Like, the fact that I have to, like, oh, what's this? What's this? Oh, I already got that. But still, it felt amazing to find that secret. Get out of here, Sonic the Hedgehog. Get out of here, Sonic the Hedgehog. Stop it! You can't touch your child with fire. But over here, is there something? I'm gonna look up. There ain't nothing up there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Here's the Matt Johnson report from Marston Pavlos in the chat. Okay, he's just a good director. The end. No. He's Canadian, and only thing he'll say about Nirvana is he has the Marston, or no, wait, different people are talking. Different people are talking in the chat. All Marston says that he's a good Canadian director, and all New York Shock Zone had to say about Nirvana. There's the key! Oh, how do I get that? How do I get that? Oh my god, there's the key. Okay, there's the key. Why is there so much fire? Why is fire an ever-present thing? Is there a puzzle I'm not understanding? New York Shock Zone doesn't know how they did stuff in Nirvana, the band, the show. It's like a prank show. It's like Bo Rat, right? Nirvana, the band, the show is like Bo Rat, right? They got Rudy Giuliani on camera being weird. They got, yo, Nirvana, the band, the show got Rudy being weird on cam. Stop it. Stop yelling. Okay. Alright. Let me jump on your head and maybe that'll give me enough bump. It doesn't. Do I just... What do I do? Do I just shoot an egg in there? I'm making a yellow egg. I'm making a yellow egg. Maybe that's good. How do I get over there? Can I like ground pound through things in this game? I don't think so. Marston says having no clue about how he makes his stuff is true about his other films too, Matt Johnson's films. It has elements of Bo Rat. Marston is validating what I've stupidly said about Nirvana. Bo Rat. They freaking Giuliani'd Nirvana. How do I get in there, dude? I need help. Oh! Oh my god. Wow. I feel both stupid and smart all at once. I feel stupid for having missed this rock for so... Wait, Rock, please! Oh, Rock. Rock, you gotta let me live. Okay, so I gotta push Rock, but then I gotta not let Rock go so hard that we can't live. Alright, Rock. This is everything to me, Rock. This is everything to me. Alright. Hold on. Rock. Alright, this is it, right? I go from here, I hit my head. What is this, dude? Apparently, Matt Johnson made a movie about the CIA faking the moon landing. Right, he does like prestige, not prestige like Oscar prestige, but he makes like real movies, right? Because Nirvana is like, it's not that it's not a real movie, but it's like it has latitude because it's this like sketchy, you know, like is it real, is it not real sort of thing, which is fun. But he also makes like more conventionally assembled films, right? Operation Avalanche included among them. Now I'm stuck on this rock, but the rock ain't my solution either. What do I do? Wait, do I have to go further with the rock? Do I go further with the rock? I'm gonna go further with the rock. You need to stop yelling at me. I can't go further with the rock because it's stuck behind the damn mushroom. Okay. This level is fucked up. I'm just gonna say it. Marston says his first film from film school is called The Dirties, about a school shooting. Oof. Oofta. That's serious. So Matt made a freaking serious movie. That guy seems like he just wants to have fun. And he makes serious? Pick your lane and stay to it, dude. Just kidding. I'm a big fan of, I couldn't sell the joke because I forgot his name. I'm a big fan of Adam McKay, a guy who refused to stay in his lane. I'm a big fan of, the Farrelly brother who won Best Picture for making Green Book. He refused to stay in his lane. You know, when you think about horror, it actually shares a lot in common with comedy. Maybe that makes Get Out a little easier to understand. I could be a film critic. I know about movies. No, it's got to go. How do I make sure it goes off the mushroom? Why is it getting stuck here? Well, even if I push it all the way, there's nothing over here. What? This is, okay, so this is how the level started. I forgot about all this because I just ran straight into the cave. Is this seriously what I was supposed to do? Just leave the level? I'm gonna flip out on this Yoshi experience. I just got all the red coins. I just solved it, but but at what cost, you know? At what cost, dude? That is so messed up. This game is nuts. I like love it. I love that, but also what in God's name? What the hell? What the hell, Yoshi? I just want to get in the flower. Let me in there. Oh, dude, I got freaking punked. Marston's calling me out. I just got freaking punked, dude. Yoshi just punked me. Marston said punks. You just got punks, dude, and did a typographical error. Who made this level? Ashton Kutcher, or in later iterations, Chance the Rapper? You know, there's a lot of overlap between rapping and pranks, which is why Loiter Squad is so successful. And why Chance the Rapper was the perfect fit for Punked. The prank style energy of raps was the perfect fit for the prank style energy of Crank Anchors. Which is why, I don't know of any rapper who was ever on. I don't know. I remember trying to watch Crank Anchors as a kid and being like, I hate this. Crank Anchors is probably bad, right? New York Shock Zone says Sean T-rocks around for no reason, and then says pushed with an asterisk. I got no idea what you're talking about, dude. Sean T-rocks around for no oh, Sean pushed rock. I push rocks around for no reason. I just like pushing the rock, dude. Like, yeah, it wasn't the solution to the puzzle, but it's kind of just fun to push the rock. Look how fast it goes, and it's not for no reason. Look, I just pushed it to go. You gotta open your eyes to the light of chance-like discovery. Much like Chance the Rapper, this life is full of chance. Does Chance the Rapper even exist anymore? Is he like seventh row Coachella billing now? Right? Chance the Rapper doesn't exist anymore. He gotta go the common route. He gotta act. Chance the Rapper gotta act. Alright, so how do we... okay, that's the thing, like, maybe what happened in this level is that this game's... my desire to just bonk around, and this game's, like right now, how do I get these? How do I get these? The game's my desire to just bonk around, and this particular video game's tendency to say, hey, bonk it up, dude, maybe intersected with each other in a chaotic way this stream, because why did I just do all that? I just figured out a little puzzle to just get a few extra coins? Yeah, because it's freaking fun, but I've only completed one level in like a half an hour of playing the game. At this rate, I'm gonna be streaming this until I'm dead. Marson Pebbles of Chance the Rapper says he's hosting Punked and acting a fool. Okay, so that was one level. I'm screwed. Alright, this level, I'm not gonna mess around. I'm not gonna play the video game, I'm just gonna dominate it the way that gamers do. I'm gonna play this the way that a freak gamer would play it. I'm just not gonna look at anything. I'm not gonna comment on how cool it is that the stilt guys are walking in water and that the stilt guys are like walking down a slope, so you see them like go further and further down on their stilts, like, right? Is that what's happening? No, there's no slope here. There we go, they're going down the slope. I want to see them get lower in the water without being fully submerged. Marston says that was a level worth wasting time on IMO. Buddy, they're all worth wasting time on. This entire game is just like weird little situations. I think the issue is gaming. The issue with this game is gaming. Oh god. The issue with this game is the drive to dominate. Oh, if you come at this with a dominating mindset, well, hey. Because when I was first playing this game, I was like working on a theory that's like, oh, this game like wants you to have it all. It wants to be this like playful bonk around, but also serve the dominating player. And the one interview I could find about the game, upon Googling it for 2 seconds, was Miyamoto saying that he realized I forgot exactly what he said, but it's like they realized with the design of this game that like they could have different difficulty levels within a single level, basically. But I don't even think about it in terms of, oh, I hate this. I really don't like the, I mean, actually, I kind of like this. Never mind. I'm just bonking around. The Dominator in me hates this. The Bonker loves this. The Bonker just wants to shoot these things and see how they animate. That guy is just a pufferfish, so when you try to bonk him, he just gets puffed up. That's cool. Marston says that they liked the mushrooms in the cave. So did I. New York Shockzone says, I better see some fucking Nepinut. I swear to God, I'll dox Danny Potts. So Marston, the guy, just to fill you in a little bit, Daniel Potts, the guy at the plant store who sold me all my pots, his name is Daniel. And Dylan's about to dox him. You want to see one of my pots? Look at my pots. I'm gonna put plants in them. I can't really summon the picture of the plants very easily. It was part of the introduction of the show. Marston says good pots. Thanks, dude. Marston says they'll watch the VOD. But no, here's the actual interesting thing that, not that what you're saying right now isn't interesting, but the notion of this is a game where you gotta check your ego at the door. I love that. This is a game that just is a full-on celebration of why game's good. And I know I'm kind of a stick in the mud when it comes to evaluating what I think is good and bad about games. But I don't know, man. Like, the more I play games, the more I'm like, the domineering tendency and designing for domineering, I don't know, but like, do people, like, I feel like I have to work on the theory a little. Like, stop! Because like real, like gamer people, I've had, oh man, I had this gamer get so mad at me like 2 years ago. This gamer got so mad at me because I was talking about not liking some of the aspects of a game, but still really liking the game. They were so mad at me. Where does this take me? A few weeks ago, I was talking about it as like a spectrum between curiosity and mastery, but now I think of it as a spectrum between bonker and dominator. Do you know about the Magic the Gathering archetypes of players? Like a Johnny or whatever. It's kind of like that. It's probably like that. Those freaks at Wizards of the Coast had it figured out 30 years ago. And here I am playing Yoshi's Island trying to talk big. Wait, oh! Thanks, chat! Thanks, chat. That was a big mix-up. Chat alerted me that Marston said we can't see the screen, pal. And New York Shockzone said, share your screen. I was lost in thought. I was gaming though. I did some stuff on this Yoshi's Island level. It was of minimal consequence. I'm in the water now. I love the acceleration and the sound when you're in the water. You go boop, 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 boop. I love that you're just peeking up a little bit and that Mario's just there too. We don't talk about Baby Mario enough when we're playing this game, right? Like, look at Baby Mario. Isn't that a weird idea? Baby Mario? What is that? Why'd they do that? is Mario? You know, Mario from video game. Hey baby. Like that's kind of a good idea. It's like Muppet Babies. Or like Tiny Toon Adventures. Oh god. Or babies. It brings the playfulness of Mario to the joy of babies. Alright. What? Who's this? Who is this? Hello. Hello. Alright. Oh, who is this? What is gonna happen if I... Oh, you jump on his head, he spits a bubble? What does that do? He ran in the water. I didn't mean to do that. Juan, clip that. Oh, they keep running in the water. Why do I make them spit bubbles? How come they appear just like in this weird like little tight corridor over here? Who are you? What? I turned him into a star? Alright, why are you here? Why are you here? What are you doing? No, don't. If I let you go this way, you're gonna run in the water and die. Stop. Stop, 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 stop. Stop, 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 stop. Let me explore you. Let me explore you. Don't go in the water. Oh. But you squish them entirely. And they just do bubble? What is this? This game is the best game. They don't make video games like this. Most video games would just be like, you gotta kill the pink guy by shooting him into the blue guy. If you want to get the better shield, you gotta shoot the pink guy to the blue guy. What do these bubbles do? Oh! Ah! Yeah, dude! Ooh! This is good! This is good stuff. I wonder what happens if I spit the... Don't go in the water. What happens if I spit the bubble, like, at a foe? Wait, can I, like, jump on the bubble after... Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god! Did you freaking see that, chat? I'm getting Boss Baby vibes from this, says New York Shock Zone. Juan, clip that! Clip the elation I just felt, and let's farm it out for views on TikTok, dude. My TikTok numbers are fucked. No, what a... Oh, I wanted to mention, there's a new Yoshi game coming out that I am completely willing to spend 70... Oh! That ain't Nepa Nut. That ain't no Nepa Nut. That ain't Nepa Nut. Oh. I don't like that. I didn't want to do that. Look at the way... Ah! What is going on? Look at the... Hey, stop. Look at the way the platforms like tilt like that. That's so good. Ooh. Pixel scaling, dude. Rotating pixels. Ugh. Only with the power of the Super Famicom could you rotate pixels like that. Alright, let's get in here and get some coins, dude. That's like a fucked up Nepa Nut. Give me the key. That's kind of weak. Why'd they put the key in a balloon next to the door? Why didn't they just have the door be open? They had the key in a bubble next to eggs that you shoot to pop the bubble. We gotta pop. Speaking of popping, I gotta pop. This is the best one. I love this one. It better not be there. Get out of here. You're not popping anything. No. 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 If it's there, I'm gonna freak out. No. No. Stop. 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 Yes. Imagine if that was multiplayer. Trying to pop balloons against your mates. That'd be good. A million good ideas in this game. I do not like the big fish. He freaks me out. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, Marston, I also thought that bubble guy was just there for fun. But it turns out he was there for domination purposes. Because now that I have extra lives... What is going on? That was scary. FIFA. FIFA. What was I talking about? Mastery? What the hell? I don't want to master this. No, imagine if that was a game you could play with your mates. Like, who's gonna pop the bubble first? That'd be fun. I want to play that with me mates. Oh, I got it. And I got a 1-up. I like the 1-up as just like a reward of just like, hey, you did the thing. Nice job. It's just sort of like a thumbs up emoji. Because other rewards in this game that are like, you gotta get all the red coins to get 100 points for the level. It's like, don't put that behind fun stuff. Who gives a shit? Also, are we seeing that you can skip eggs on the water like a flat rock? Oh, you're telling me I could have had an easier time getting that 1-up? I'm not a child, Yoshi's Island. I can do it on my own. I can do bad all by myself. Did I get 100 points? I got 100 points. Where's the ring? Why was the ring so far? I got 100 points. What's up? We're going to the freaking dungeon, dude. I like this level a lot. This was a really, really good level. This level was straightforward while also having a bunch of like weird little moments, like the pink guy. Pink bubble guy was the best guy I think I've encountered so far in this game. I like the little roly-poly guys in this game too. I never understood this one when I was a kid. I still don't. So I'm gonna add 1. 1 plus 1. Okay. Well, we take those. We take those. Oh, I think this place is scary. I think this place might be messed up. Naval Piranha's Castle. Playing this music with those guys. Playing this music with those happy hills looking at me. I like that Dark Blue Yoshi is the one who does the hardest levels. It like implies that Dark Blue Yoshi is the toughest of the Yoshis. Oh, this, right. Oh god, stop. Can you imagine what I gotta do with this guy? I gotta egg him. Push him back into his little rat hole. Okay. Nice. Oh, but look how sad he is when you push him all the way back. And then he go, I'm gonna spit guys at you. I hate this. Stop. What is this? Oh my god. That freaking got me. Miyamoto got me that time. Right. Okay. So this is like I've said already about the dungeons in this. What? Who are you? I ate some guy. There was some guy in that water I thought I saw, and then I ate him. That's distressing. But like I said earlier in the game, the dungeons in this are truly like dungeons. Like they've got little mysteries and corners and... New York Shockstone says, really hoping for gothic neppy nuts. I bet you could go on DeviantArt. Take 2. I bet you could go on DeviantArt and search gothic nepinut. You want to do that real quick? Is this a good use of our time? Is this a good use of our time? Oh, I don't have a internet view from here. That's a good note. Hold on. I want to just take a beat because this level freaks me out. Just give me a second here. I want to look for, wait, this is wrong. Well, first of all, Neppy Nut. Do we even know what Neppy Nut is? Oh, I've had the PlayStation Jungle Mix going the whole time. I like this. You go on DeviantArt for 2 seconds and you find some pretty cool stuff. I like this. I remember going to like someone's graduation at Pratt, and it was like they made their own Pokemon. I love this. Look at this. This is cool. This is like exactly what I've been thinking about. Animals that are like plants. Successful herbivore. Anyways, this is not... I didn't mean to get sucked into this. I was just looking for Neppy Nut. What is this? Smash U Frontiers Smash Run Nintendo Enemies? What are we freaking looking at? Who's this? Who's this guy? You see the guy I'm talking about? Who is that? This is overwhelming. This too many guys. What about this guy? What about this guy here? I mean, it is a pretty great collection of guys. What if we did a whole stream that's just looking for the coolest guys? Look at this guy. I know this guy. It's from Kirby. Yeah, a lot of good guys in here. I'll save this one for later too. Tier list ranking of the guys from Smash U Frontiers Smash Run Nintendo Enemies. No, I'm just looking for Neppy Nut. So Neppy Nut is probably in that pile, right? Neppy Nut. Alright, people know about Neppy Nut. They're making like sexual Neppy Nut. We've got sexual Neppy Nut. I'm gonna need goth Neppy Nut though. This isn't only Neppy Nut. I want goth Neppy Nut. I want to make AI. Make a goth Neppy Nut, the blue guy from Yoshi's Island. Is this like bad? Is this bad? Should I not be doing this? I'm feeling like kind of sad. I bet the result of this is gonna make me sad. Like, look how good this is. This is by DeviantArt user McD. It says enter Milky Way. They just like drawing like creatures, dude. Hobbies: drawing, listening to music, writing a book, but this took so much time. Favorite genre: music, rock. Favorite band: System of a Down, Sum 41. Favorite songs: Sundar Song from Planet Punk by Die Arts. Favorite movies: Lord of the Rings, 300, Alien, Sin City, Kill Bill, The Fifth Element. Favorite series: The Simpsons, Big Bang Theory, South Park. Favorite game: The Legend of Zelda, almost all parts. Almost all parts. Yeah, let's I mean, I really want to just focus on I'd much rather focus on McD, but I think we now really have to. Deviant for 18 years. Yeah, when are these images from? Because all these like cultural references are like from when I was like a teenager. I'm searching for compilation themes. Please help thinking. That was only 11 years ago. When did he post this? 2020 he posted this. It's pretty nice. I love this. Honestly, I love this. 2011, he posted this. What about his like earliest deviations? Oh, sort by newest? Show me the oldest, please. Oh, he was doing like... what is this? What is this? This is from 2009, dude. Baron, the best German songwriter ever. Hungry Earth by Mick Medee. The Earth needs fresh meat. Yeah, fuck AI. We should just close the Google Gemini link without look. I mean, we already paid the like environmental toll to generate it. It's kind of like worse to not look at it, right? Damn. Mick started freaking out, dude. I love this stuff. This kid rocks. I mean, they were a kid. They're very much an adult at this point. Even oh, Mick. This rocks, dude. I love this. Alright, sorry about the whole Yoshi's Island thing. We got to a level that freaks me out. Alien ecosystems. Come on, dude. This is the best. I wonder what Mick does now. Hi guys, this picture was a lot of fun even if the colors are a little blurred. Low quality paper. I just want to show you my imagination of possible life in solar system. Mars, Europa, and Titan are the most popular candidates for an evolution not related with Earth. By the way, Enceladus is although a great candidate. Hope you enjoy it and please comment. I think I have a DeviantArt. I'm in. Mick, I just happened to... Hi, Mick. I should say hi, Mick. Hi, Mick. I just happened upon your stuff and I love it. Super curious what you're up to these days. Smiley face. There we go. He asked for a comment. He got one. You want to see my drawings on DeviantArt? I think I got some stuff on here. I surely do. I got some stuff on DeviantArt. I made a DeviantArt. I made a freaking DeviantArt. I made DeviantArt. This is something. I love this. Honestly, I love this. I did a good job with this one. I'm not afraid to say it. It's all just Wario though, you know? This is just Wario. Oh, why did I write this? Why did I make this? Why did I make this? Why did I make this angry chicken man? It says make money from your art. I'm gonna save this one. I like this one. Don't look at my desktop. Okay, so we gotta look at the in commemoration of renewed commitment to healthy eating. This was I produced this in commemoration of renewed commitment to healthy eating in 2018. This wasn't that long ago. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, this one's good. The rest are sort of mid. This is mid. This guy's mid. But spinach though, dude. I eat 2 bags of spinach a day. I lived out the promise of this DeviantArt. And honestly, I'm pretty happy with the fact that I followed through on like coloring in this one. I draw stuff like this all the time. Well, I mean, I used to. I mean, I still do, basically. I mean, this is all pretty self-indulgent, but this is my stream, right? Marston's art lives on IG. Do you want me to feature it? You want me to look at it right now? Spinach era Sean. Everybody at my old job used to make fun of me for eating spinach. Now look at me. Now look at me. Healthier than all of you. Here's the goth Nepa nut made by AI. fucking hate it. This sucks. This sucks so much. Let's go play Yoshi's Island. I hate this. I hate this fucking guy. Wait, Handshake Industries is the handle? You're getting blasted, Marston. Oh, right, you did your freaking Mike Myers and what's her name from Bridget Jones's Diary, right? I can't get in. Oh, this looks cool. I'm gonna look closer at this. Haha, I cheated Instagram. What? You drew a snake? Hell yeah, dude. Love this. New York Shock Zone's trying to make fun of my choices because I spent too much money on spinach. But now look at me. Dear Diary, do I make you horny? That's good. This is good. You're gonna get freaking doxxed though, dude. I'm gonna dox you by accident. Wait, stop! Just let me. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, it's really good. Marston says they're really proud of it. I hate this. Marston, why'd you make this? Marston, I fucked with the art that you were making, but then why'd you make this? I'm not sure I get this one, the whole goth neppy nut thing. I'm not sure why you made that. But, you know, to each their own, right? So we're all here to play Yoshi's Island, so give me a second here. Wait, it's just the terrible goth neppy nut. Yeah, hell yeah, Marston rather. Marston's standing by their creative decisions, even though they made a horrible goth neppy nut. I can fuck with that. This level freaks me out. I have like visceral sense memories of being a kid and like having a hard time. Oh, but I love that the eggs, you can do like skipping stones with eggs. That's so cool. Yeah, that goth neppy nut was the AI. New York Shock Zone says we can't condone AI goth neppy nut. Marston Pablos says, oh shit, I just realized that was the AI rendering. Yeah, we went on quite an adventure there. You know, we proved that like some random kid on DeviantArt is a million times better than AI. So, like that debate isn't even happening anymore, right? Like nobody cares. AI is over, right? It's good at like reading a spreadsheet and like earlier today, I said I had an AI do math instead of me, and that was pretty good. I was like resizing an image, but I will kill. I was resizing an image, but I wanted the proportions the same, so I said, hey, robot, 66.6 is to 100 as 53.5 is to, and the robot figured that out. But like, was it worth the 10 flushes of the toilet? Probably not. So maybe I fucked up. Look at all these though. Let's not dwell on my mistakes. Let's look at the little children of Yoshi's Island. You got these green guys who look like they're sick. They're green, so they look like they're sick, and then they spit out like they're puking. This game's messed up. Spit another one so I can eat it and kill you. Hoisted by your own petard. Alright, I will kill. Actually, this level's alright. It's just kind of... It's just got a lot going on, but it's pretty straightforward. Whoa! You see what I mean? It's got a lot going on, but it's pretty straightforward. Just a bunch of weird little challenges. Oh, I don't know if I finished the thought, but there's a new Yoshi game coming out, and I will gladly pay $70 for it. The organizational structure of the game is You're filling up a book of animals and you gotta eat the animals to know what the animals are like. It's weird. It's like they made a whole game out of that little pink guy that spits bubbles when you stand on him. This guy doesn't even have a face when he goes away. That's kind of fucked up. Oh. Give me more guys. Where's he getting these guys from? Like, what's the symbiotic relationship between him and these guys? Oh, I didn't put together those little crab guys are kind of like baby, like maybe they're baby piranha plants. That's kind of cool. That's cool lore. I fuck with the Yoshi's Island lore. Y'all ever listen to a podcast where grown men just like rattle off the names of Mario characters like dead serious? It's a fucking red flag, dude. Okay. Okay, cool. I fuck with the lore. So Marston says the great. What are you saying that's where the little green guys come from? The great? The great beyond, perhaps. Sheesh. Sheesh, dude. Alright, it's time for the boss. Wish me luck. The pre-boss music is so intense. It's so awesome. It's like, you sure you want to do this? Shit's gonna be messed up. The wall is gonna shut behind you. Are you sure you want to do this? I only got 4 minutes left before I gotta play meditation music. Give it up, Yoshi, you cutie without a navel. Oop, forget it? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? That's it? Kamek has a crush on me? And likes that I don't have a navel? What's going on? Right, this is so heavy duty, dude. Look at all this. This is genuinely like imposing. All the bosses thus far have been like kind of silly. This one's like fucked up. Do I just shoot you? No, I gotta hit the thing with the... Oh, are you gonna charge me? What, you gonna charge me, boy? Oh. How do I get at that little... Obviously I'm supposed to hit the little thing with a band-aid on it, but how do I get at it? Oh, hey. You fucker. You fucker. How do I get at that? Yoshi, you cutie without a navel. Oop, forget it. Yeah, New York Shockzone says they're still processing cutie without a navel. What the fuck? How do I get... Oh, do I have to do the... Oh. Do I have to skip? Yes! That's game design. That's good. The ability I learned, skipping stones. That's the way to do this. Maybe this is why I hated it as a kid. I could never figure out the skipping stones thing. It's like a little too involved. And he's also a fucker. He also tricks you. He also trick you, dude. It's a good thing I'm playing meditation music soon. I'm starting to get sleepy. Big dog getting sleepy. Big dog need to go to the doghouse, catch some Z's. Have one of those dreams where a golden retriever runs its legs, you know? We're done. We're freaking done. Alright, so that's world 3, I guess. Oh, he fades into dust? That's messed up. That is messed up. Got a big key, though. Sleep on the roof like Snoopy? That's good, dude. Snoopy is the best. Snoopy's a really good one. You know, when you're younger, you sort of just don't think about Snoopy, but when you're older, you think about Snoopy. It's like, yeah, man. Snoopy's cool. So yeah, we've made it to world 4 of 6. We're halfway through the game. It's taken 6 streams to get halfway through the game. I cannot play this game every single Tuesday for another month and a half. I think I gotta start doing like auxiliary streams where I just sort of... Oh, this one's got Super Baby Mario as its picture. Yeah, you can stay tuned. Listen to that, like... It's like barely there, the... And does it develop over the course of the folders? Maybe it develops as you play, and then like once you've made it, it like becomes just fuller developed. I was hoping that when you went to 1, it did like a simpler version of the song. Anyways, you can't have it all. I can't play this game for another month and a half, so maybe stay tuned to this space for streams where it's not a Tuesday, and I don't do a long monologue introduction. Like maybe it's just a random hour on a Sunday where I'm like, what's up? Back to the Yoshi's Island mines. Stay tuned for that chat. But for now, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna relax. If you got the willingness to behold the flower, maybe we can even meditate together. But you know, you gotta be the meditation you wanna see in the damn world, right? So Marston says, seeing me discover and learn things about the Yoshi's Island in real time has been great. I mean, hell yeah, dude. That's kind of the hope, is that I play the game and notice and find things. So maybe that's good. I just worry that it's visually just always the same, you know? It's just the same thing all the time. Gotta mix it up. What about the Wheel of Games, dude? We haven't been on the Wheel of Games in a dog's age. Remember the Wheel of Games? Yoshi's destroyed the Wheel of Games. How do I... What's going on? Uh-oh. 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 But anyways... what are we doing? Why do I feel so confused? Who can say? Who can freaking say? Here's what I'll say though. It's time to say, well, it's time. I was so ready that this would be tight, and also I'm dropping frames, but whatever. You're not gonna see it in the VOD. Freaking New York Shock Zone would like to see a research project on Yoshi's Island. Buddy, you know I'd love to do it, but there's probably a YouTube video that already does a very good job. Really getting to the why of Nepa Nut, says New York Shock Zone. Nepa Nut. Nepa, no, I don't know. I'm losing it. It's time to play some sweet, sweet, relaxing music. I'll be back in 11 minutes at this point, and we'll all say goodnight. And thanks for sticking with me, and try to just take a load off, okay? That's all I ask of all of us. One thing at a time. Take a load off. I'm worried now though, because I messed it up. Twerk's supposed to be like that. Simply twerk. Simply twerk. Simply twerk's supposed to be like that. I still have never nailed either the on-ramp or the off-ramp to that meditation zone. That's really kind of the trick of it, right? You gotta trust your guru. I am not your guru. Tony Robinson, I am not your guru. I am not your guru. I am not your guru. Thanks for coming on down to Sean's Oasis. I hope you had a great time. I know I did. Yoshi's Island will return, for God's sake. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's just henceforth, if you want to see Yoshi's Island, I'm gonna play it randomly, and that's all I'm gonna do when I do the stream if I'm playing Yoshi's Island. All right. Next week it's gonna be a freaking classic variety show. It's gonna be sound font music, then the wheel of games and a random game, and then it's gonna be meditation music. That's the show. Tune in next Tuesday for 8:30 p.m. the return of variety on Sean's Oasis. That we're casting Yoshi's Island into Nepinut's maw. No, I love Yoshi's Island. I just need to compartmentalize it. Variety is indeed the spice of life. Couldn't have put it better myself, Marston Pabbles. Thanks for coming on down, Sean's Oasis. See you next week. See you next week. Have a good night. Goodbye. Goodbye.